Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be a very long game because I have seen, what is it? I have seen the size of this replay and this is not going to look like it's going to be good for me, I guess. Anyway, this is going to be game 2 of this best of 3 series. Round robin qualify for the best of 4, which is basically the semifinals. Yeah, I don't remember how many I've casted so far, but I know that I kind of screwed up by delaying further casts for a week. I don't know, I guess I was extremely busy, but at the same time I don't think I was. It was just laziness, I'll say that, just straight up. So anyway, game 1, it was rather interesting to say the least. I mean, both players literally going for the same things, but I guess it's just a lack of practice, I think. I'm not sure if EleGaNt has played that frequently anymore, and I mean, maybe it showed his lack of practice, but I could be entirely wrong and just haven't really watched his games recently, so who knows. I mean, EleGaNt did look like he did make a few mistakes, so I'm just basing my opinion off that. So anyway, I did say that this replay file size was a little big. I'm imagining it's like 40 minutes at the most, so I'm gonna stay here for a little while. But at least it's on an interesting map this time. We've had a lot of long games on Echo Wild for some reason, despite that being one of the smallest maps in the map pools these days. Anyway, Bright and Dark is the map, and yeah, like I said, it is rather interesting because once the sides are now unlocked after destroying the gates, then a lot of interesting camps can drop a couple of interesting items. And anyway, XiXi taking quite a bit of damage from the chaos attack type units. His hero is up, and it is going to be a demon hunter. I believe that the detonate was able to be executed, and I mean, just experience denied. I don't think that the Demon Hunter was able to get that the first Void Walker, or I could be entirely wrong. It didn't look like he got it, but well, the experience is exactly the same, so maybe he did get that bit of experience. Demon Hunter for both players. Level 2 has been gained. Gloves of Haste and +6 claws for EleGaNt. +6 claws for XiXi, and XiXi is going to be the one being the first to be the aggressor. Will he be successful? Doesn't look like it so far. I mean, it's not like level 2 Demon Hunters bring much to the table anyway. It's just mana burn and most likely evasion. Very rarely it's going to be immolation, but I mean, if you're going to go immolation, you barely could afford the mana to go mana burn at the same time anyway, so it's just a predicament. Both players are going for the Tree of Ages, so very early tier 2 will eventually get themselves the double Ancient of Lore most likely. We are going to have the Ancient of Wonders being placed down by XiXi rather early. But at the same time, we're going to have an early attack coming in from EleGaNt. We'll be forcing the Demon Hunter to run back and try and cut off EleGaNt. So right now, maybe TP Staff or Boots of Speed. It is going to be the Boots of Speed as well as the Circlet. Already +6 claws, or double +6 claws, as well as the Circlet. So that is going to equate to 14 bonus attack damage. That is a lot more than EleGaNt so far. But I mean, the Archer count is just favoring EleGaNt ever so slightly, and of course XiXi did come into this with rather low health to begin with, so not ideal. Plus it's literally the one to like burn your opponent's mana first. XiXi was able to successfully do that himself, but like I said, just the higher number of archers is kinda making this hard for him. And of course, being trapped at your own base, forcing the TP scroll in your own base is not that good. Ancient War has come out. Maybe it will offer some damage, but who knows. It looks like EleGaNt, ooh, he kind of played a little risky right there. Thought he could outburst the Demon Hunter, but it was not meant to be. And the entirety of EleGaNt's units will retreat. We do have the XiXi coming out, which is rather surprising. Maybe she should run away because the Demon Hunter could very likely kill her. That's what I'm imagining. I mean, if those evasion procs just keep procking, then yeah, definitely the XiXi has no chance, despite the Demon Hunter being that low on health. But doesn't matter too much. Ancient of Wonders placed down next to this tavern. Surprised we didn't see a preservation staff being picked up there, but oh well. Wisp most likely picking up a XiXi, which himself. Ugh. Yes, let's get this little right. Ancient of Wonders, I mean, it was just completed, but it looks like it's going to be destroyed again. Unless the XiXi comes in, but yeah, that is going to be a little suicidal. Ancient of Wonders falling once again. Ancient Protector is actually being placed down, so that does mean we have Hunter Soul, which is over here, so yeah. Double Ancient of loss both players, most likely. XiXi, which is... Oh, whoopsies. Sorry about that. Is laying down a little bit of support, but I mean, this massive archers might be a little too much for that Ancient Protector. I mean, he's not even in range. Now he is, because I mean, some units decided to step forward, but yeah. Tree of Eternity is being queued up. We are gonna have the Ancient of Lores being placed down for EleGaNt hopefully soon. I mean, he still doesn't have it, but he's compensated for having just so many archers. Ancient of War will be destroyed. Very sad, but yeah. Oh wow, nicely done by EleGaNt, actually going for a little bit more aggression as soon as the Ancient Protector roots up. But that's pretty much all that's going to be to it. The Ancient of War did get destroyed, but that was pretty much all. But EleGaNt is not stopping. Or maybe he will, who knows. Bears are being queued up for XiXi. This is going to take a while because he's only producing out of one building, so yeah, not good. And very, very interesting enough, EleGaNt is going for double Ancient of Winds instead. This could be the Hippogriff build that I was anticipating from Tho a little while back, but it is going to be dots instead. Adept Training is being queued up, as well as a couple of Druids of Talons as well. Now, like I said in that particular series, I believe it was against Yumiko, I'm usually not impressed in Druids of Talon play, especially if it's not against an Orc player, because I mean, Ancient of Lore units are just way better. So yeah, not entirely convinced. XiXi was being taken down by XiXi, very nicely done, and XiXi did have the health potion available just to keep himself alive a little longer. XiXi, which doesn't have the preservation staff, probably because the Ancient of Wonders was destroyed, but getting back to the task at hand, yeah, that just shows how very squishy the XiXi which actually is, so I mean, it was to be expected, I guess. Oh, wow, XiXi did lose himself the Demon Hunter in turn, though, so at least that's slight momentum coming back to EleGaNt. Unfortunately, he is kind of forced to back away, but I think he's just waiting for the numbers on his Druids of Talon. Gullah Merchant camp will be cleared out. The Ancient of War is taking quite a bit of damage, so maybe need to reconsider moving him away. Fairy Fire is on those units, so at least XiXi is aware that it is going to be mass dots. which is going to be interesting to actually fight against, because it will force XiXi to produce a couple of Dryads as well with Abolish Magic. I mean, it's not like XiXi didn't do that last game. I mean, he did. But I guess not to normal numbers. He was just doing that for chasing potential, I think. Anyway, I'm a little surprised that neither player has gone for the mercenary camps just yet. I mean, I think the mercenary camps are pretty good in this map. But anyway, EleGaNt picking up a couple of high value units coming in, which was being attempted by XiXi. So you can see the level disparity right there. Level 3 Demon Hunter, level 2 Naga Sea Witch, level 2 Demon Hunter, level 2 Naga Sea Witch. And the Demon Hunter for EleGaNt is almost a full level ahead. He does have Ring of Generation as well as the Gloves of Haste and the Claws of Attack. Meanwhile, XiXi, he still has his double +6 claws. He also added an Orb of Venom into his item inventory, so he will be able to deal a little more damage. But so did EleGaNt. And XiXi will lose his second Ancient of Lore. I doubt it's produced as many units as it should have, but yeah, that's the end of that, I guess. Hunter Soul also being utilized by XiXi. Wellsprings are being researched, so at least that's a very big plus coming in from XiXi. But then again, EleGaNt could have the same thing, but so far not yet. Cyclone being casted on XiXi's Demon Hunter. Like I said before, we do have those Dryads being produced, just compensating against those dots. I think that a full tech switch into Dryads would be smart, and that is exactly what XiXi is doing, because dots really are not effective against mass Dryads. Number one is because they are immune to magic, so spells as well as what is it? Just their normal attacks completely doesn't work. Oh, Cyclone and Naga Sea Witch. This is not looking good. Demon Hunter does not have a Staff of Preservation, so will not be able to save that Naga Sea Witch, and I have no idea why the Naga was moving by herself. It was most likely because she was trying to pick up some mercenaries, but you know, that is rather risky because you have no idea where your opponent is, and it looks like EleGaNt is moving up to this Gold Mine camp, which does drop the Greater Voidwalker. The Rune of Rebirth is what it's called, and it literally just revives that specific unit and allows you to control it. And this guy is pretty significant because he does have the Chain Lightning ability. I don't exactly remember what else he has, but I mean, Chain Lightning in itself is a lot of damage, so it's a pretty good pickup. There we go with the Rune of Rebirth. Wand of Mana Sealing is also being picked up as well. We are having XiXi little, what is it? A little, actually I have no idea how to describe it. A little conflicted, I should say. Glyph of Fortification. I literally have like no idea what that item is, but I mean, I've seen it a couple of times, but you know, it's kind of the first time I actually read it. It does look like it's done quite a bit of improvement on XiXi's buildings actually, which I'm actually quite amazed that such an item is there. But anyway, it does look like EleGaNt wants to claim his own respective side, which is the Thunder Lizard. Yeah, he's probably not as good as the Greater Voidwalker because he doesn't have that reliable, I guess, AoE, but he does have Thunderclap or Stomp, whatever it's called, and that is some sort of AoE, but it's not that great. Alright, so we did have a couple of dots being picked off by XiXi, pretty nicely done by him. Abolish Magic is going to be cast, just to try and just get rid of these cyclones. Fairy Fire is also going to be one of those like major, what is it? Major mana eaters coming in. And we have a third hero actually. No, that's not the third hero, it's just going to be a TV scroll, and XiXi is going to back out. EleGaNt looking rather strong in this particular game. He has quite a lot of powerful stuff right now. I have no idea why I turned off the Fog of War. I do apologize about that. Rock Golem, which was summoned by a stone token. We have a Tree of Life moving up to try and entangle the gold mine over here. We have the Greater Voidwalker just dishing out damage for EleGaNt. We could potentially have the Thunder Lizard being claimed by him as well. I mean, a lot of possibilities for EleGaNt, and looking very good. But, you know, it is getting to that stage. Even XiXi wants to expand soon. An item worth noting that was picked up from the top camp is the Kajira's Pipe of Insight, which is the item version of Brilliansaur, so yeah, kinda good. We did have, actually, oh I see, we did have one of the two claws being given to the Naga Sea Witch. And now XiXi is being attacked. I mean, this camp better be worth it because he is losing his base, kind of. Mountain Giants have been queued up, interestingly enough. So I am looking forward to seeing how well they perform, actually. They are obviously a little better than those rock golems. But they don't have, I guess, the CC to provide it. Maybe a little taunt. But that's pretty much it. Cyclone on the Demon Hunter, I mean, it's kind of significant if that thing is not being abolished, because Demon Hunter does dish out a lot of damage himself. Healer is going to be targeted by XiXi, will be taking down the Dragonite Disciple. Literally stood no chance, but once again another silence on the Demon Hunter. He does have an invulnerability potion, so he'll most likely use that. Greater Voidwalker is trying to be targeted by XiXi's Demon Hunter, but so far it's not that successful. Mountain Giant has been killed off. I mean, even though it can taunt, taunting is not really good enough if you get killed off. And with the Fairy Fire, it's not that helpful because literally all his armor gets reduced by Fairy Fire. Thankfully he's not heavy armor, so he doesn't take additional damage from magic. But all in all, it's not that good. EleGaNt, although he hasn't really wowed me with this mass dot, I would imagine him transitioning into something else, and he actually is, surprisingly enough. He is transitioning into bears. I would have anticipated something else, maybe, but you know, it's his choice actually. So he's just gonna go into double Ancient of Lores. I would have imagined that he would have gone all in with like chimeras or something. That's generally how I remember very late game Night Elf matches go, but it is going to be double Ancient of Lores instead, which I guess is the more safer, it's the more reliable, efficient route, I guess, because so far as we know, XiXi has not expanded, and if XiXi loses his only gold mine, then it's going to be that harder to try and establish a new one. So let's see how this will turn out. Altar of Elders has been destroyed. We do have two Mountain Giants coming out for XiXi. How well will they perform? They would go with a Scroll of Healing, very nicely done to try and reject the Naga Sea Witch from killing a lot of units, but the Mana Burn coming in from EleGaNt, it just does so much to try and shut her down. Brilliansaur is going to try and, I guess, bring this fight back to them, because as of right now, there are a lot of dots. They die very quickly, but there are a lot of dots. Right now the Dryads are focus firing against that Demon Hunter. He is going to be preserved, so he will be able to escape no matter what. Level 5 has been gained on XiXi's Demon Hunter, so far 2 level 5s. Maybe potentially have 2 demons fighting one another. But then again, that is a full level away. Is XiXi thinking about a second base? I don't know. I mean, both of them are literally the same point in terms of their gold mine. But EleGaNt has not only expanded, he has also maintained control of the game. Or at least enough control to keep XiXi at bay. I mean, I can't imagine those dots keeping away those double ancient alloy units. Well, I guess not. I should just stop calling them double ancient alloy, just call them lore units. I mean, you can only delay this game so much. So let's see how this will work out. The Greater Void Walker has been killed off, if you haven't noticed earlier. Thunder Lizard still hasn't been claimed, but I guess it's not too important. Yeah, just more Cyclones coming in from EleGaNt. The Abolish Magic is going to be used rather effectively. It is going to try and get rid of those Fairy Fires from the Mountain Giants as well. That is going to be rather important to do, because I mean, those Mountain Giants are going to, as soon as Taunt comes off cooldown, they are going to taunt. And yeah, it just requires that much extra control from EleGaNt. And we do see EleGaNt losing his Demon Hunter, and that is rather weird that that happened. Maybe Preservation Staff was on cooldown, but still very surprising that happened. Either way, it does not look like, I mean, it doesn't look like XiXi has gained that much ground. I mean, those dots are still packing quite a punch. Unfortunately, dots can't attack Dryads, but archers can, so that's gonna happen. XiXi trying to claim this Naga Sea Witch's life as well, but those Moon Worms will be able to keep her alive. Surprisingly enough that EleGaNt hasn't actually opted in to go for the Wellsprings. I mean, it's such a cost-effective research. I mean, look at XiXi's right now, 425 compared to 300. Not only did the Glyph of Fortification make XiXi's buildings a little harder to destroy, as we can see here, additional 400 health and 1 armor. Never mind, 5 armor. Yikes. Not only that, but they just have better upgrades. So yeah, I forgot the unit upgrades. Mainly it's because the dots have been the consistent ones in terms of EleGaNt's army. 0-0 on the Druids, +1 armor is on the way. XiXi does have 1-0, as we did see from the Mountain Giant in their debut. Let's see how well they will do. The taunts coming out from one giant, but the Cyclone's coming out from the other side as well. Not sure why the Dryads are not abolishing. Maybe, yeah, that's probably why. It's because they are out of mana. The Mountain Giants once again taunting, but Cyclones literally just cancels that crowd control anyway. XiXi needs to be careful because his Demon Hunter is rather low, but EleGaNt should also feel the same amount of pressure as well. He did lose his Demon Hunter early on to somewhat of a mistake, so yeah, try and minimize that, otherwise he will lose this game. Because this is EleGaNt's game to lose so far. And all XiXi needs to do is play smart. Probably not like that, probably not eat a lot of damage, but he does have a health pot in hand. We'll be able to use it. Now it's on cooldown, unfortunately, so Still takes a bit of damage. Preservation Staff has been used on the Demon Hunter. At least he didn't miss that one. Surprising that he doesn't have a TP Staff, but it is all goods. Cyclone on XiXi's Demon Hunter. It's not going to last that long, but I mean, more could just be chained. Mountain Giant is eating a lot of damage, to be fairly honest. XiXi probably needs to retarget, but anyway. NagaSwitch being chased around by the Demon Hunter of XiXi. Where is EleGaNt's Demon Hunter actually? Who knows? There he is. So full health Demon Hunter. He is going to hopefully make a lot of things happen, or just continue on retreating. I mean, XiXi did have the Wellsprings, but he is now fully empty. Expand from XiXi. He did mine about 10,000 gold from that one, but I mean, EleGaNt should be aware of this, I think, and he is aware of that, so maybe that will be his next target, who knows. Halfway to level 6 for the Demon Hunter as well as NagaSwitch, so we could potentially have both Metamorphosis as well as Cyclone or / Tornado, whatever it was called. And on XiXi's side, very close to level 5 for the NagaSwitch, very close to level 6 for the Demon Hunter, so Tornado's maybe not going to be in the repertoire of XiXi, but at least he will have level 6 hopefully on his Demon Hunter. We also see Fairy Dragons being trained up by EleGaNt, so at least that's a plus for going Ancient of Wind first, because you will be able to have access to that kind of technology. Let's see how well this will do. Fairy Fire. Mana Flare cannot actually work against those Dryads, I don't think, so yeah, needs to remember that. At least XiXi's getting his own Fairy Dragons as well. Mana Flare is coming in for both players. Roars, Abolish Magic, Fork Lightning, you name it, it's getting smoked. And XiXi, he does look like he has the better concave going around, but the NagaSwitch has been pushed away for XiXi. EleGaNt needs to be careful though, because his Demon Hunter is on the opposite side of this fight. Ooh, XiXi needs to kill that bear off, because I think it's killed a little too many of XiXi's own units to stay alive. Demon Hunter very, very close to being killed off. Preservation Staff has been used for XiXi, maybe should be used for EleGaNt as well. Anyway, it is very close to nighttime. A couple more seconds and that will occur. I mean, this is probably getting nowhere, but oh well. Very close to level 6, so if EleGaNt manages to kill one unit, then he has 2 ultimate abilities versus 1. He will have the advantage in that one. I think he has the armor supply as well. 65 versus 67, it's not that big of a advantage, but I mean, he's gonna have 2 ultimates up. Scroll of Healing and TB Scroll has been picked up right now. I guess in terms of army strength, maybe XiXi has the better one, because he has a lot of high cost, very powerful units. Meanwhile, EleGaNt has the opposite. I mean, he has some, but most of it consists of the dot. Let's see how this metamorphosized Demon Hunter will do. He is now a demon himself. He will be able to do splash chaos damage, and yeah, Metamorphosis is not going to be utilized anymore because they literally just ran away. No level 6 for the Demon Hunter, but at least the NagaSwitch did gain level 6 for EleGaNt. Tree of Eternity has uprooted itself because of the main gold mine being depleted. So, most likely going to make the journey over to this gold mine. Meanwhile, EleGaNt, have no idea where his journey leads to, but it could just be around and over here. It will take a while. And finally, it does look like EleGaNt is gonna go after this Thunder Lizard. He needs all the help he can get, so it's good. 72 versus 63. At least XiXi has finally gained up in terms of supply. Thunder Lizard will probably change that a little bit. 69 versus 72. So it was a slight increase. Probably not as big, but you know, Thunder Lizard does deal quite impressive amount of damage. Nature's Blessing is being queued up from this Tree of Life. That's, to be honest, that's probably how EleGaNt has lesser armor on its structures compared to XiXi. Yeah, that's definitely not only because of the glyph of fortification. It's because of Nature's Blessing, I guess. So Roar's coming in left and right, Fork Lightning's coming in left and right, Thunder Lizard is going to try and do his thing. He is going to take a lot of damage from the Demon Hunter as well as the Dryad, so probably not the best uses of the Thunder Lizard. And right now, EleGaNt is on the retreat once again. Where is the Demon Hunter for EleGaNt? There he is. Anyway, Metamorphosis, let's try it again. Metamorphosis has been trained up and is going to be utilized. However, he is also taking a lot of damage himself. We'll be able to run away, but the Naga Sea Witch, not so quite. The Demon for EleGaNt needs to be a little careful because the Naga Sea Witch could easily toss up as a tornado or just kill it with a frost arrow. That is going to be game. This is going to be the best of 3 series coming in from XiXi versus EleGaNt. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this, and it did not last for 40 minutes. A little thankful about that, but who knows. Hopefully I didn't do too bad this one. I will see you guys next time. I have no idea who I'm going to cast next, but hopefully it will be soon.